Hey, what's going on, guys? Norsky here. In this video, we're going to go through the top 10 best LMGs in Battlefield 1. Again, just like the top 10 medic guns, we're going to go through the top 10 best LMG variants because some variants of certain guns perform better than others. There are 27 total variants in the support class. Narrowing it down to the 10 best guns in the support class was not very easy. Last thing to remember is this is all based on my opinion, so try not to get too mad if your favorite LMG doesn't make it into the top 10. Anyways, let's get this top 10 going. Coming in at the number 10 spot is the Lewis gun Low Weight. Now I know back in the early days of Battlefield 1, I kinda razzed on the Lewis gun, but I can tell you as of today, right now, the Lewis gun Low Weight is a pretty solid all-around LMG. This gun has great control because it has some of the lowest recoil ratings in the support class. The damage ratings for this gun are somewhat below average. It's actually tied for last for having the lowest minimum damage output in the support class. The weapon stats for the Lewis gun aren't going to wow you and are pretty average to somewhat below average in some cases, except for the control and accuracy, which are top notch. But there's just something about this gun that makes it a pretty viable gun, and I'm not sure what it is because in all honesty the Lewis gun Low Weight really isn't anything special, but it can get the job done, and it will get the job done if you know how to use it. Coming in at the number 9 spot is going to be the M1909 Benet MG Storm. This is an LMG that I've always loved to use in Battlefield 1 because it has amazing pinpoint accuracy along with great control and handling. This gun is arguably one of the most accurate support guns in Battlefield 1. For an LMG, this gun is definitely above average at close and medium range. Personally, I feel that after the big update was put into Battlefield 1 last month in February, the M1909 Benet MG Storm got quite a bit weaker. And by that I mean it feels like it takes a lot longer to take out enemies than it ever used to. Which is weird because its damage ratings increased. It's probably just me in all honesty. The M1909 Benet MG Storm is still a pretty good LMG in Battlefield 1. It's just not a top tier LMG anymore in my opinion. But I guarantee you this gun can still compete with any gun when put into the right situation. Moving on to the number 8 best LMG in Battlefield 1 is the Madsen MG Storm. The Madsen MG Storm is easily one of the best LMGs at close range. I'm talking like it's almost as good as the bar. Almost. But the Madsen Storm is another upper class LMG in Battlefield 1. It's honestly a gun that nobody talks about anymore because it gets overshadowed by a few other popular LMGs in Battlefield 1. But just because you never hear about this gun much anymore doesn't mean it's bad. This is a gun that deserves more love because it is better than people think. In fact, it has one of the fastest time to kills in the support class. It also has a pretty solid rate of fire at 540 rounds per minute, which is 5th best among all the support class guns. I know some people don't use this gun because of the magazine getting in the way when you aim. In my opinion, it's not that bad, especially after you play with it for a while. You don't really even notice that it's there anymore. The Madsen MG Storm is one of the most underrated guns in the support class, and it deserves all the attention I'm giving it. For people who love using the bar, the Madsen Storm can be a nice alternative gun to use for when you feel like changing things up. Coming in at the number 7 spot is the MG Storm. This gun is a classic in Battlefield 1 terms. It's a gun that can pretty much do anything and everything that you could ever ask for. The MG14 Storm is a gun that can take out enemies at close, medium, and long range. So it has great range and great versatility for a weapon of this style. The accuracy is halfway decent, and if it had a bipod, you know the accuracy would become pretty good. This gun also has good overall control. I know a few people might think this variant is kinda low on the list, but in my opinion this is a pretty good gun, but it's not great or godly. This gun has solid damage, along with a good rate of fire, and pretty good accuracy and control from all ranges. Before all the DLCs were released, this gun was probably a top 3 gun, but at this point, there have been some really nice additions to the support class that I think are a little better, which is why the MG15 Storm only comes in at number 7. Coming in at the number 6 spot is one of the DLC guns I was talking about, which is the Perino Model 1908 Low Weight. The Perino Model 1908 Low Weight is a gun that can be just a straight up monster when put into the right hands, plain and simple. It's a gun that has amazing accuracy, like top tier accuracy, and we're talking amazing accuracy at all ranges. It also has the 3rd largest magazine capacity in the support class. The iron sights are pretty clean and they're also kind of unique. They're somewhat comparable to the Lewis gun. This gun also has some of the lowest recoil ratings in the support class, which is part of the reason why this gun has one of the tightest bullet spreads in Battlefield 1. Now, this gun doesn't have the best rate of fire or damage ratings, so it doesn't take out enemies super quick, but the high precision accuracy that it has definitely helps make up for that. Overall, you can't go wrong with using the Perino Low Weight because it is just a super reliable gun and is very consistent with how it performs, which is why I have the Perino at the number 6 spot. Moving on to the number 5 best LMG in Battlefield 1, which is a tie between the Bar M1918 Storm and the Bar M1918 Trench. The Bar Trench and Storm are considered the best close-range LMGs in Battlefield 1. The Storm is pretty accurate at close and medium range, and obviously the Trench has slightly worse accuracy, but it offers much better hip firing. They both have amazing times to kill for LMGs. In fact, it has the 3rd fastest time to kill in the support class, only behind a couple guns that might possibly be higher in this top 10. The Bar also has an impressive rate of fire at 600 rounds per minute, which is tied for 2nd in the support class. The range for the Storm and Trench aren't the greatest, but the overall effectiveness at close range make up for that flaw. The damage at close range is also in the top echelon for support weapons. The Storm has always been the most popular gun in the support class, which is well deserved. It also used to be the best LMG in Battlefield 1, but it lost that title quite a while ago in my opinion. These two variants are still great guns to use and are both very deadly. Coming in at the number 4 spot is the M1917 MG Low Weight. This gun is easily one of the best support guns in Battlefield 1. It's a gun that does everything pretty solid or pretty good, which means this gun doesn't really have any major weaknesses. This gun has the largest magazine capacity in the entire game of Battlefield 1 at 250 rounds. The next closest gun is the MG14 Suppressive at 200 rounds. Of course, with that huge magazine capacity comes a pretty painfully slow reload time, which is its only true weakness in my opinion. But the good thing is, you rarely have to reload, so it's not that big of an issue normally. The amazing accuracy at all ranges is great on this weapon, along with its superb control. In fact, you don't even need to use the bipod on this gun because the accuracy is so good. Of course, it's even better with the bipod, but it's not a necessity. This gun doesn't melt people, but it can get the job done fairly quick. It can also take out a ton of enemies in a short time just because of the huge magazine. Like I said, this gun doesn't really have any major weaknesses, which is what makes this gun good at pretty much all ranges and all situations. Coming in at the number 3 spot is the MG15 NA Low Weight. Personally, the MG15 Low Weight variant is the best variant of this gun. The bipod definitely helps with my decision on why it's the best. The overall control and accuracy are slightly worse than the Storm just because it doesn't come with a foregrip, but since the low weight variant has a bipod, it can become even more accurate while proning. The magazine capacity is pretty good, holding 100 rounds. The damage is slightly above average for an LMG. I'm not sure what it is, but whenever I use this gun, I always seem to play really good. The only explanation that I have for that is because the MG15 Low Weight is an amazing gun. It's definitely a top tier support weapon. Overall, this gun has everything you could want in a gun, which is a good rate of fire, solid accuracy, which can turn into good accuracy if you use the bipod. It also has good damage and a ton of ammo. Now, coming in at the number 2 spot is the LMG 08/18 Low Weight. The newest addition to the support class in Battlefield 1 is also one of the best. This gun is scary good. It can take out a lot of enemies very quickly. I mean, this gun just melts anyone that gets in its way. The LMG 08/18 Low Weight at times makes me feel unstoppable because it's so good. It has top tier damage ratings for an LMG, along with a rate of fire of 600 rounds per minute, which is tied for 2nd best in the support class. I feel the overall control and accuracy for this weapon are really good. In fact, the stats and numbers make it look worse than it really is. I feel that if someone played Battlefield 1 for the first time, they could use this gun effectively because the overall handling and control of this gun is very user-friendly, especially if you use the bipod that comes with it. It also has become one of my go-to weapons in the support class. The LMG 08/18 Low Weight is just a gem of a gun, and it is one of the best guns not only in the support class, but one of the best in Battlefield 1. Before we move on to the number 1 gun, we have an honorable mention which just missed the cut into the top 10 best LMGs. The honorable mention goes to the Chauchat Low Weight. This gun, simply put, is pretty powerful. It's by far the most powerful LMG in Battlefield 1. It also has pretty decent accuracy. It is a gun that is pretty effective at medium range and to a certain extent long range. But at close range it's not the greatest just because the rate of fire is the slowest in the support class at 359 rounds per minute. Overall, this is a very solid gun that can't really be compared with any other gun in the support class, so it's a one of a kind, which makes it kind of fun to play with. Alright, coming in at the number 1 spot for being the best LMG in Battlefield 1 is the Parabellum MG14/17 Low Weight. This gun is incredible in almost every way. It's arguably the best LMG at close range with a rate of fire of 700 rounds per minute, which is easily the best in the support class. It's also the third fastest in Battlefield 1. The Parabellum Low Weight also has the fastest time to kill in the support class, which makes this a certified killing machine. This gun is obviously amazing at close range, especially for an LMG, but it's also great at medium and long range. There is a bit of a learning curve with the control and accuracy of this weapon because the recoil and bullet spread can be a tad bit sporadic, but once you get the hang of using this weapon at long range shots, this gun becomes unstoppable. The Parabellum is one of my favorites to use in the support class, and that's why it comes in at the #1 spot, which is well earned and well deserved in my opinion. Let me know in the comments a few of your favorite support guns in Battlefield 1. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, and also if you enjoy this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. Thanks again guys, and I'll catch you later.